Welcome to day 6 of the 100-day mindfulness challenge. My name is Miss Steer, and this week we're going to think about how we can win the moment in front of us right now. Today is Monday, and that means that we're doing the B in beast mode, and that is breath. So we're going to think about how we can win the moment through breath. But first, a recap. Going back to our Miss Steers in the park, remember that the Miss Steer in the orange coat had a mind that was very full. We said that she wasn't in the present moment, she was lost in thought. The Miss Steer in the yellow coat, though, was making a conscious decision to be in the present moment, to experience the senses in the park, to maybe be in tune with her body as she moved, as she walked, to be present to that moment that was in front of her right now. And really, that is what we're going to be thinking about as we progress through beast mode. We are thinking about how we can become more like Miss Steer in the yellow coat, where we can find ourselves in a place where we can choose to be a little bit more present to the moment right now. Today, though, we're going to go to somebody other than Miss Steer, and we're going to look at a boy named Alex. Alex is a little bit like Miss Steer in the orange coat at the minute. He is at home right now because his school is closed, and he has got a head full of different thoughts. And these are some of the thoughts that he is having today. I want ice cream, but there aren't any in the house. I miss my friends. I'm bored. I'm not allowed to go on my game. My cat is mean. My friend hasn't messaged me back. I'm finding this work really difficult. We've got some pause time coming up, so I'm going to give you 3 questions that I would like you to speak about, think about, or write about, just to kind of process the answers. Here they are. Number 1. Go through Alex's thoughts one by one and decide, are these thoughts in the past, in the present, or the future? Remember, the present is what's happening right now, the past is what's happened before right now, and the future is what hasn't happened yet. Don't forget to explain your reasoning. Number 2, looking at these thoughts, do you think these thoughts make Alex feel better, feel worse, or just feel the same? Again, explain your reasoning. Question number 3, how might Alex's thoughts affect the moment that's in front of him right now? Let's say he is thinking about the ice cream that he wants to eat but doesn't have in the house. If he's about to eat a grape, and maybe he's going to try that mindful eating that we did last week, but he's thinking about the ice cream that he doesn't have, how might that change the way that he enjoys or doesn't enjoy that moment? Take as long as you need now to pause, discuss, think, or write down these answers, and we'll come back straight after. Hopefully you've had some time to discuss that. And there are some tricky things in these questions here, some tricky things to think about, because really in his thoughts here, there are a range of things that are in the past, present, and future. I think the point for me that stands out is that even if you are feeling bored in the present moment, that present moment doesn't last for the whole day, does it? That might just be a tiny little moment amongst many other good or neutral moments. And sometimes when we focus on a thought like that and we tell ourselves, I'm bored, then it can make it feel like something much bigger than it really is. Number 2, do these thoughts make him feel better or worse? I think most of these will probably make Alex feel worse, and his mood might be pulled down by focusing a little bit too much on these thoughts. Number 3, I think, is really interesting as well. If Alex was about to eat, but he's thinking about the ice cream that he doesn't have, is that going to help him win the moment? Probably not. he's probably going to lose or miss the moment. He's not going to enjoy that thing that he's eating because his attention is fixated on what he could have had instead, which is probably going to make him feel upset or angry or annoyed or hungry. So that's just something to think about there. I guess my point for today's session is that when we do go into the present moment, whether it's through our breath or something else, then the thoughts in our head seem to matter a little bit less. And that's a way of winning the moment. Even if we can't win the day right now, even if there are lots of things going on that aren't usual or normal, including maybe some things that we don't like, we can win the moment just by being present. Firstly, I want you to think back to your feeling scale, and I just want you to take a pause moment, and I want you to have a really good little check-in with your body and mind and ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? What's my mood like in my mind and my body? What number would I give myself on a scale of 0 to 10, not being absolutely down in the dumps miserable, 10 being fan dabby dozy, couldn't get any better? What number would you give yourself right now? Let's have a go at some mindful breathing now. So I want you to make sure that your posture is upright and awake, but make sure that you are relaxed at the same time, that your arms and legs are comfortable. I'd like you to begin today by taking your hand and placing it on your belly. And just allow your eyes to close and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you'd like to, you can shrug and then let out a nice big sigh. And you can also rub your hands together and put these over your eyes before you open them. It's a nice way to come back into the room. Now we've done the breathing activity, check back in with the feeling scale and give yourself a number again from 1 to 10. Just noticing if there's been any change or no change. If there has been a change, whereabouts do you feel that change in your body? Up here, there, here, here? Whereabouts is that change? What does that change look like in your body and mind? As always, get curious. Today's challenge is to repeat the activity that we just did. So I want you to pick a time later today when you're going to check in with the feeling scale, give yourself a number and try at least 3 breaths. You can count for that. You can put your hand on the belly if you want to. You can count up to 4, hold for 1, out for 5. Or you can do none of those things. You can just have a nice slow breath. As long as you are in the present moment and focused on your breath, there's really no wrong way to do this. Afterwards, I want you to check back in with the feeling scale and again get really curious, notice if there is any change. And when we're thinking about winning the moment, just ask yourself, how was that moment for you? How was that moment different from the moments before it and maybe the other moments that you've had today? Your EBI, as always, is to write it down, share it with somebody else. The more you put into this, the more you get out of it. If you'd like an adult to share how you're getting on, give your teacher or parent a nudge. They can share this on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook using the hashtag Mindful100. I'll leave my details up at the screen. Have a lovely Monday and I'll see you tomorrow for day 7.